Hey, folks, it's Dave over here in Studio B. A quick Thursday night chat tonight. Thursday night's my early night. I get playoffs in the morning. I got to do play by play actually first thing tomorrow morning. I like to do play by play for the Friday morning group. But what I end up doing is I have to like stand on the score table, lean over the glass, and I film it and I do the play by play. So it makes it kind of difficult, but we have a good time. Just making sure my sound sounds good. I'm paranoid now that my mixer has issues sometimes, and I sound like Battlestar Galactica or a robot or whatever you want to call it. So I have to do the manual check to make sure everything sounds okay. But I think we're sounding okay. And so a couple of things. Hope you enjoyed last night's. To chat and also playing of Pursue the Pennant Dynasty League Baseball with Mike Zaslinski last night. We set it up and he went over a whole bunch of things. And I'll have the podcast version of that up hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm going to do that. I'm running a little bit behind on the audio stuff because we're doing a lot of live stuff. And then I got to go and transpose it over to the audio. And sometimes it's easier to go the other way. But I'll have the audio version of that show up hopefully tomorrow, which will be Friday, August 15th. What I wanted to talk about tonight is something that I've been noticing about myself. And I first started to notice this when I was playing bank shot basketball. And I don't know if you guys run into this, so it's something I wanted to talk about. I so many times I'm so focused on playing the game and getting it right and not making mistakes and just making sure everything's okay that I don't know where I am in the game. So it's not that I'm not enjoying the game. It's that I'm so caught up in the mechanics of the game and making sure that if I'm playing bank shot basketball, who gets the ball? Does he score? Yes, he does. And then I make sure I punch in the score, and then who gets the ball? And I'm so focused on what's going on that I'm not focused and keeping track of what's going on. If that makes any sense. As Joe comes by. And also Ryan, thanks for coming by. Here is a quick chat here tonight, talking about a couple things that I caught myself doing lately, and I caught myself the other day too doing this in baseball. I was playing some payoff pitch in my '76 Red Sox, and I'm rolling the dice and I'm trying to get it right, and I'm putting in the right codes in digital diamond, and next thing I know, I look up and I was like in the fifth or sixth inning, and I was like, wow, I'm already in the fifth inning, and I don't even know what the score is. And I was so detached about what was going on in the game because I was so concerned on, the dice and who's coming up to hit. And I was like totally unimmersed. Is that the opposite of immersion? Unimmersed? And that's been happening to me. That's been happening. And it's happened a couple times in hockey and now in basketball, now in baseball. And, I was playing a hockey game the other night, the 49 highlight hockey, and I was like, what period am I in? I don't even remember what period I was in because I was so focused on what was in front of me, right? And I'm trying to get this right. And I wasn't even paying attention to the score sheet to see what the score was. And I don't know if it's subconsciously I'm trying to play it fast and get through the game. Whereas, when I take my time and enjoy it takes a longer time to play. So I don't know if unconsciously I was doing something, but holy cow, I'm playing this game. The last few games I've been playing, and I haven't really enjoyed the game because I've been so focused on getting it right on the table. I don't know if that makes any sense. And so Ryan says sometimes it just happens you forget where you're at, and that's where this course sheet can help. Yeah, no, I get that. And Ryan also says I think it happens more when you game a lot in a particular day or week. Maybe I'm just trying to. It's just kind of strange. It's just strange that all of a sudden, and it happened a lot with bank shot. Because I would occasionally look up and go, oh, I should really check the score because I'm following along and I'm doing the guys and I'm putting it in on the iPad, but but I wasn't enjoying the game. I wasn't looking at it going, oh, it's now it's a 5 point lead for the Lakers, and oh, the shot is up and it's good, and now it's a 7 point lead for the Lakers. I wasn't doing that. I was doing this, punch it in the score. Doing this, punch it in the score. Doing this, who gets it now? Punch it in the score. And then I look up and it's like, geez, I thought the Lakers were up by 7 and now they're down by 4. And I really just wasn't. I mean, I was having fun, but I wasn't. I really wasn't enjoying the game itself as much as I was doing it. So I don't know if this is just something that just kind of happened to me, or if I don't know. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's an old age thing. I'm not sure. And Parallel says that happens to me sometimes. It's like driving to work and you get there and you don't remember the drive. Yeah, kind of, sort of. And Barbara comes by as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. Joe, good to see you, Joe. May like device? Yeah, I found that one here today. It was on the top of the pile. I was going through some of my hats looking for something, and I put this one on the top. So I said, I'll wear this one tonight. It's just yeah, I think it is like you kind of get to work and you're like, wow, I don't remember. It's just you're on autopilot. But I'm down here playing these games, trying to enjoy them, and then I look over at the score sheet and wow, I don't even remember remember getting here. And it started happening with Bankshot basketball when I was just like, wow, I can't believe the game's tied because it was a 10-point game. And then the other night with hockey, I got lost. Am I in the second period or the third period? I don't even know what period I'm in because I'm just playing the game and I'm enjoying the game and I'm following along. But I think I was more focused on what I was doing rather than the results I was writing down for the game. And it just struck me as just like, this is something I want to come on and talk to you guys about. I mean, I don't know. Just what do you think? I mean, what do you think? Because I was even playing some football last night, and I was playing, and I'm looking over here. I was like, I don't even know what the score is because I was so worried about getting it right on the table and making sure I got the play right and what down it is and keeping the clock that I wasn't really focusing in on the score of the game. And maybe it's been this way all along. Maybe it's just been this way all along, and I haven't really noticed it until the other night when I was like, wow, I'm really kind of spacing out here when I play these games. And it's games that I've played. This, like I was pretty good at Bankshot at the time when that happened. And I was pretty good at the hockey game. And so it's not like I'm learning games and I'm struggling with the rules. It's just all of a sudden I look up and just I mean, maybe it's harder with basketball because there's so many possessions and there's so many shots, and the deck is like this of fast action cards just for a quarter, and so maybe it's because there's so much happening. You are trying to get through it, and you can't keep track of every shot because you'd be there all day, kind of trying to enjoy everything. Maybe that's the thing. Am I enjoying every shot I take? I'm not. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't. Maybe if you sit there and try to enjoy every single play that happens, you'll be there all day. And I see some guys when they play, especially after they get the cards and they roll the dice, and it's just like, all right, single, double play, pop out next inning. And it's just like they're really not like imagining what's going on the table because it's just kind of so robotic and mechanic. And it's like, I don't want to be that way. I want to enjoy the game. But I kind of get it now that if you don't keep moving the game along, then you'll be there all night playing that one game. Rowdy says, I usually in Bankshot take a minute to reflect in between quarters. And that's a good idea, too. Catch up on what's happened, where the fouls are at, and then check the score. I kind of like that idea, too. Every now and then just take a TV timeout and see where we are because it's weird because I'm just here by myself and I'm playing this, and all of a sudden it's, wow, where am I? Am I really this far into the game? And I'm not enjoying it. You know how you get those moments, you're like, oh man, what a play and what a save, and the game is tied, or they take the lead, or he could have taken the lead, or this single is a big hit. I mean, you kind of don't get those moments when you're so engrossed on what you're doing. You can't really enjoy what's happening in the game. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe it's a me problem. I have a lot of me problems. I really do. And Jeff says, I will use a 20-sided die to let me know what the score is. No problem in other games. Well, yeah, I know what the score is, and especially at the basketball when I have it on the iPad. It's right there in front of me. Well, it's actually off to the side, but I'm so focused on who's got the ball and making sure I have the rules set. Okay, good basket. That I'm not enjoying the baskets or the goals or the hits and the runs as much as I am. I'm not focused on that as much as I am the game. I don't know if that makes sense. And Jeff says he keeps full stats at basketball. So yeah. So that would be kind of nuts. Joe says sometimes we just get lost in a game. I wonder if that's what it is, because I guess I'm playing these games and I mean I guess I kind of know what the score is, but I kind of, when I look over there, it's like, wow, it's like, like I said, the drive to work. Oh, I'm already at work. I don't remember the drive. Did anything cool happen? Did I miss anything here on the way to work? And that's kind of how some of these games have been lately. All of a sudden, I look up and it's just like, wow, game's over. I'm in the fourth quarter. That was fast. And yeah, I try to get the ebbs and flows of the game, and it's just kind of weird. ID comes by. Good to see you, ID. Hope things are going okay. Yeah, I'm just spitballing here tonight, real quick. I jumped on early tonight just to say hi and talk about a couple of things. Ryan says, I think that's it, Dave. Being too worried about getting it right. Maybe that's it. First, trying your best to get through the game. You can get too much into the details of the game and engine and analyzing it. Maybe that's what it is, because I just, I am. Sometimes it's just, you're focused on playing the game, if you know what I mean, and you're not focused on what's the results are happening in the game. And I found in payoff pitch that happened the other night too. I was playing the Red Sox and I'm going through the game. I look up, it's like, holy cow, 6th inning, 7th inning. Have I even enjoyed this game? Because I'm so focused on playing it and getting it right and then typing in the correct code and getting it. So it's like this is kind of taking all my attention. And I was just playing offline. It wasn't even like I was streaming and I was distracted. I was just kind of playing by myself. And all right, here's a ground ball. Okay, here's the out. And here's a single. And here's a double. Okay, run scores. And I'm so focused on typing in the code to Digital Diamond that I really wasn't enjoying the, here he comes around third and he's going to score. I wasn't doing that. I'm just very robotic in playing lately. And I don't know what it is. It's just kind of weird. Gandalf says Action PC's new basketball game allows board game entry, and it's so much fun. Okay, yeah, I need to check that out. I'm gonna probably get that and put in some of the things. That should be kind of fun. And I'm hoping that it does it with the hockey and the football and the baseball at some point. Because I would like that. I mean, I'm enjoying Digital Diamond, but I have 12. I didn't get 13 yet. Seems like there's a lot of updates with 13, so I haven't got 13 yet. But you can't. One thing that drives me nuts is in Digital Diamond, you can't click on a team and see the schedule. That's the one thing it's missing, but it's a big deal for me. Because I was playing the Red Sox, and I'm looking at the. It's like, boy, no game today. Sim the games. No game. Sim. 5 days in a row, the Sox didn't have a baseball game. I'm like, that usually doesn't happen. So I tried to go to the Red Sox and look at their schedule to see if I was missing anything, and you couldn't do it. I could not figure out a way to click on the Red Sox and see their schedule, like with games played and games coming up. There's no way to do that. Action PC can do that. Strat, you can do that. Digital Diamond, I couldn't find it in version 12. I don't have the newest one. But I heard there's a weird workaround for that in 13. But I would think that would be the number one thing. Click on a team and what's going on. So maybe that kind of threw me off too. It's kind of weird. Kevin comes by. Good to see you, Kev. Just got home from work. That's pretty cool. I got done work a little while ago. I was playing a couple things here, and I thought I would come on and say hi. Rowdy also says, it takes me a little longer to play, maybe, but I enjoy sitting back and enjoying watching the game I'm playing on the table. That's what I try to do. That's what I try to do. Is I do try to enjoy what I'm playing, as you guys know. And I like to broadcast and talk to myself. And, I played some Apple hockey the other night and I really enjoyed it. But I still looked up. It's like, holy cow. It's like game just kind of flew by while I was playing it, and I'm I guess the word is worried about what's going on the table. Excuse me. Between making sure I read the dice right and get the cards right and get the result right and change the lines or whatever else I'm doing, and I'm so consumed with this that I really wasn't looking at the score sheet saying, wow, they're getting outshot 20-10 and they're losing 3-0 or whatever was going on. It was weird, and that just keeps happening. It keeps happening, and I don't know if I need just to slow down or refocus, or I don't know. I don't know. Brock comes by. Hi, Brock. Joe says sometimes we just burn out from game to game. Maybe it could be. But it's just weird that it's like eating dinner and then saying, boy, did I even enjoy that? Did I taste any of that? I mean, was that good? I mean, was it, obviously it wasn't terrible, but boy, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. It's just like I'm in a little bit of fog or something like that. It's kind of weird. Gandalf says, I like to see things that happen. I like when someone beats someone else out for a rebound or something like that. I like to do all that stuff too, but for some reason, I'm just kind of, I don't know what it is right now. And Kevin says, he goes, that's why I like games that make decisions for me. It's like I'm watching a game, especially if it's part of a project. I do too. I like to have the game kind of handle everything. I really like that. And most of my games, I do like that. But again, I'm so focused on the mechanics that I don't know where I am in the game. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Is I don't know where I am in the game. I don't know what the score is, what period is, what down it is, who's got the ball. Well, I know who's got the ball. But sometimes I'll be playing and I'll look up a digital diamond and it'll be like, oh, how come this guy's up? Because it's 3 outs. I didn't even know there was 3 outs because I'm so busy just playing. And it just strange. I don't know. It's hard to really how to describe. Yeah, PC Replay has the option. You can click on team. Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe switching over to that. And all the next gen PC games will have cool. I wanna see that. I want to. I mean, I like the digital diamond. It's so fast when I put in the stuff, but there's a couple things that's missing as far as like the schedules and a few other things. It's just an Action PC and PC Replay, you find that stuff rather easily. Although the PC Replay, it's when you put in the manual entry that it opens up and it covers the field, so you can't see the field, and sometimes that bugs me. And then it's all like clickety clickety click, and it works pretty good. But sometimes it's easy just to go G6 on the keyboard, and instead of clicking around here. So I got used to the digital diamond, but there's a few things now that I don't know. I'm still enjoying it, and it's very fast. I like that, but some of the things it's just kind of weird how trying to find things can be a challenge. And Jeff says, I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I do it either. Sometimes I don't do it. He has his 4 games. When I play, I don't have to worry about how to play. There are times I drift off and miss things. Maybe that's what it's called, drifting off. Maybe that's what it is I do kind of drift off when I'm playing. So I mean, I always have something going. I either have a YouTube video going on. I've been listening to music when I've been playing lately. So maybe that's distracting me. So then I just get done and I'm, like I say, I drift off and it's like, oh, well, game's over. It's like, did I have fun? Someone let me know if I had fun, And it could be a lot on my mind. This happens to you when you're reading a book sometimes. You finish a few pages and don't remember what to read. That's why I don't read books anymore. Because I do that. I'll pull out a book and I'll start reading it, and then I'll drift off and I'll be like, oh man, I wonder if I should play that hockey game later on tonight. And then I go back and I read the same page all over again. And it takes me forever because I can't stay focused, I'll pick up my phone and look at messages or, email or something. I can't stay focused reading a book. And I've been forcing myself at the gym to listen to things. I want to get more audiobooks at the gym. And when I listen on my headphones, but still I'm looking around, and then it's like, I got to rewind it. Cause like, well, what were they just talking about? Cause I wasn't listening. I don't know. I guess it's, maybe it's just, that's what it's going to be. There's just so much distraction in the world right now. And I'm not saying it's bad. But I'm saying there's a lot of distractions that we all have, because again, I usually have a couple of things going on when I'm playing, especially if I'm not streaming. Glenn comes by. Hi, Glenn. Good to see you, bud. And Mr. Jet comes by. Thank you, Mr. Jet. And that is the downside of playing so many games. None of them become second nature. Yep. But I do find though that you know me. I land on a game, and I will sit on that game for a while. Bang shot basketball. Boom, played that for weeks. The hockey game here. Boom, play that for weeks. I get on a game, Apple hockey bones. Whatever it is I play, I tend to play it for a while. So I start to get really good at it because I play it for so long. And then it's like, I think I want to do something else. I do. I think I want to do something else. And then I get on to another game, and sometimes a game just gets its hooks into you, and you just keep playing, and you want to do a ton of projects and buy a couple of seasons and just enjoy the heck out of it is what I like to do. And Mara says, a key to keeping it fresh, maybe just stopping, looking up a play or whatever's on the reference site. I sometimes do that. Enjoy and slow down the drive. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking. I think that's what I might have to do is just kind of slow down and try to enjoy the game and enjoy the build up, the shots or the the plays or whatever they are, and not get so upset about I don't know. And I think you guys might be right. I'm so focused on getting everything correct, and that I'm not enjoying the results of it and just kind of and having some fun with it. No, Vin, I don't think Action PC's out yet. I think it's got a couple more weeks, but people have been testing it and playing it and been saying some good things about it. I don't have it yet, but I'm hoping to get it soon. PC Replay can use a keyboard too. You don't have to click the pad. Oh, okay. You did a video on your channel. All right, we'll have to check out the keyboard entry in PC Replay. I might try that. And Kevin says, I can't read anymore. Maybe my attention span is shrinking as I age. I used to read a lot. My wife reads a ton. And I give her credit. Like every night she's in bed reading a book usually. And I just can't. I can't lay in bed and read a book. When I'm in bed, it's just like I'll listen to YouTube or listen to like a baseball game or a hockey game and go to bed. So I don't have much reading time. The last book I really read was Geddy Lee's book from Rush. And I actually had the audiobook and the physical book. And so it was him reading the audiobook. So I was playing it on my phone while I was following along in the book. And I was really into that. So you couldn't pull me away from that. 2 or 3 nights in a row, I sat and I read while I listened. And that really helped me out because it just did. And so that's the way I really enjoy stuff. So maybe I'll have to do that too. I want to get those the Silo trilogy. I watched that Silo series on Apple TV. It's like now I'm intrigued because it was based off a trilogy of books, and now I might want to get it. But I might have to do the same thing. I might have to get the books and get the audio books and have them read it while I follow along. Because if not, if I start reading, I start drifting. If I start listening, I start looking around. So maybe that's the key for me when I do a book is to be reading and listening. So now I have two stimuli going on. And so nothing's going to really kind of break that immersion at that point. Maybe I just got to be, I don't know. I don't know. Just getting old is real fun. Let me tell you. And Vinny says, I got the notice he was going on, so I checked in. Take care, Vin. And yeah, Vin's heading out. Yeah, Vinny played some golf today. He told me he played some golf. Good for him. And I have to be very careful when I replay PC baseball that I just don't mindlessly click. Yeah, sometimes that's how it is. Yeah, I saw Gitch just did a video there, playing some Hockey Blast Express and putting all the lines on the board instead of stacking the piles. Yeah, I might have to check that out. Hockey Blast Express was okay. I had some issues with it though, as a lot of people did, but it was so close. It was so close. The Hockey Blast Express. Actually, I'd rather go back and play Hockey Blast the full game. When I started playing Express, it was fun, but I was like, I'd rather play the full game. And so I did. I went back and started playing the full game again. And yeah, the silo books are very different from the show, but at least it's the same kind of premise, though. So I'm kind of hoping they won't be too different. There's a few things that were different. Yeah, the board game companions are great, and I'm kind of glad that Action PC's kind of going that route. I'm kind of hoping that Action PC will do that for every game, and then it's just that interface is just so easy to play with. No matter what game it is, it's just visually pleasing. It's got nice colors. You can doll it up. So if they started doing board game companions, that'd be kind of cool. And at least you'd have some choices. D13 comes by. Yeah, that was a fun time last night. I'm tempted to try to play that game on my own. Just, I will say this: it's one of the deepest baseball games that I've ever seen. All right, Kevin, take care. We're just I won't be on long tonight because I gotta be up early, but I just want to come on and say hi tonight. Um, I will say, the Dynasty League Baseball there, it is one of the deepest games as far as things that can happen. And he wasn't kidding when you could play 1,000 games and you'll get something different happening all the time, because just the level of detail is pretty insane. As a casual baseball fan, it's a little intimidating because I'm for me, the simpler the better for me, at least with baseball. But boy, it was something else. The depth that those games go to, as far as the foul balls and the deep drives and the ground balls and AstroTurf versus grass, and oh man, it was quite impressive. I didn't realize how deep it was. It was very impressive. So I can see how, if you're a big baseball guy, that this would fit the bill. I really think so. Morris comes by, Mr. Marsh. For PC players doing replays, checking the out-of-town scoreboard, looking up players on an encyclopedia helps break up the monotony. Yeah. I can see that. I can see how that would be the case. That if you had the out-of-town scoreboard, it would break things up. And I do that when I play like pro strategy football. You'll get the scores at the half, and you can go check the scoreboard and see what's going on. And it does that really gets you immersed. In fact, I got to check out the new one that's coming out of Spolsby. It's pretty fantastic. The new Pro Strategy Football. I just got to get my my button gear and find some time to download that. Just the heat over here has been nuts. It's a little cooler tonight. Tomorrow's gonna not be bad, but we've had some monster hot days. It's been like 90 all week, and out here that's pretty impressive. And it's just a crappy time to even with the AC down here, the house is still hot, and it's just like, oh man. He's watching the show from 35,000 feet. He's coming home from the Dominican. Gotta love technology. Yeah, when I flew home from Colorado, I ended up watching a movie. I didn't do that on the way out, and that was kind of dumb. It was a long flight out, but coming home, I put on a movie. It was just some action movie, and I don't know. It wasn't like it was kind of like a Mission Impossible type of thing. It was really good. And I just watched it with a crappy pair of headphones, and I was like, yeah, it was like, yeah. So it made the ride home so much better just watching a movie. It really was. And Ryan is Apple Baseball Basic with digital dice on the phone. Yeah, Apple Basic is late at night. That's the one for me late at night, because it's just so simple. Even Strat Basic late at night is simple. But yeah, they're both just. I like my late night games. I really do. And Ryan says, gotten a lot tougher over the years, though, with the smaller trays. Your seat with flat. Yeah. I was. I don't want to say I was smart, because I'm never smart really, but I usually get the window seat so I can look out the window. But I got the aisle seat this time, because I'm like, that way I can kind of spill out into the aisle, and I definitely don't want a middle seat. So I think I upgraded and got the aisle seat, so it gives me a little bit of room, and then I can get up and go to the bathroom when I want, and not have to worry about climbing over people. And the only thing was, everybody had their window shut. Maybe it's because it was a summer thing. I don't know, but usually we have the windows open. I watch the whole way. I like looking down, because I don't get that view very often. But everybody, I had the window shut, so it was a very dark ride. It made it a little more peaceful. It really did. But yeah, everybody had the window shut. It was kind of weird. And I was just doing stuff on my phone and my iPad. Then I watched that movie. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. I don't think I had any internet from that high. So I didn't pay for that package. But anyway, so yeah, so I just want to come on tonight. I'm not going to stay too long. I think sometimes was it Keith sometimes comes on Thursday, so I don't want to overlap him. So I don't know if he goes on at 8 or 8:30 or 9 or whatever it is Boston time. But yeah, I just want to come on and just talk a little bit about that. I mean, why is it that sometimes I just drift off and I'm playing the game and I'm doing it okay, and then where am I? What inning is it in? How come I missed the fun that was going on in the game? Why do I not know what period is? How when I'm playing basketball, why is it this team was down by 10 and now they're up by 2? It's like, what happened here? So I tried to slow it down. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to slow it down and just kind of not worry about the mechanics of the game so much and just enjoy it for what it is. And so I think that's what I'm going to try to do. So anyway, but all right, well, I'm going to jump out here. I'm going to go and just watch a little bit of TV before I hit the sack tonight. And hopefully we'll see you guys either tomorrow or this weekend, and we'll see what's going on. I'll try to get the audio for that show up tomorrow too, so we can have the audio version of that. And yeah, that's it. Just something real quick tonight. Just wanted to pop on and say hi, and we shall talk to you all later. Bye-bye.